On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And welcome to the escape room. It's an experience that is going to send chills down your spine.
Now, just to make sure, did everybody sign their waiver?
Oh, your release forms?
We will have 2 live actors in the room.
Yes.
Now, just to go over some rules, they will touch you. Anything that is locked
is locked for a reason, and there will
should
be a key.
Please don't climb on anything. We had 2 idiots last week climbing on the walls.
And we can't have that at our escape experience.
No, and now you guys are doing the King Henry VIII room, aren't you?
Is that right? Yes, there's 2 of you. All right, well, come on in. We are now in the oubliette of King Henry VIII's castle.
And you guys are his unfortunate wives
that will need to find their way out before he catches you and chops your fucking head off.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough. Oh my God, Madison and I, if you were wondering, if you couldn't tell, we're usually inspired by our lives when we talk in the beginning of this show with whatever we've been up to. And this past weekend on Sunday night, we did do an escape room for the first time since pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Now, before COVID, we were going about 3 nights a week.
We did get very into it for a while. That's true.
That is true.
Probably thousands of dollars.
We've probably done every escape room in Southern California. So,
yes.
Or at least the Los Angeles area.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did this one, we had already done it.
Yeah, we did it years ago, though. It was one of the first ones that we did. So we're like, maybe we won't remember anything. And here's the best part. We did this in celebration of our friend's birthday. And, well, what happened was, initially this was a birthday dinner we were setting up for a friend of ours. And we're like, we're going to take her out to dinner, blah, blah, blah. And then Madison's like, we should do an escape room after. And I said, absolutely. And she's like, well, should we check with her? And I said, no, I'm fucking booking it. So I booked it. And then we were like, we'll just surprise her. And then we're like, what if she really hates this idea and doesn't want to do it at all?
Well, and we have a reputation with people. None of our friends want to do it with us because they've done it with us.
Escape rooms, and they hate
us in it. I would hate us too. We're fucking know-it-alls.
Monsters.
And we fight with each other.
Oh, Madison had me in a headlock at one point.
Oh my God, he wouldn't let me put the keys in anything. He wouldn't let me find anything. He was trying to be the big, bad escape room aficionado.
Oh, well, Madison's trying to decode shit on a microwave. That wasn't even part of it. Who knows? No, but we brought our friend. We were like, hey, we're going to take you to an escape room after because we just wanted to prepare her. And she's like, okay. And I don't know if she even got to do anything.
I don't think it's her thing.
She was just like standing there watching us.
Did not let her do anything.
We're like, go look for a clue over there. Yeah. I think there's something over there. Meanwhile, we're like fucking stabbing each other in the side with keys.
We locked her back in the first room.
Yeah.
You're taking up space.
You're getting in the way of our investigation. Oh my God. So we did that. We did escape, and that's why we're able to sit here today.
35 minutes, mind you.
Mind you, it was our second time doing it.
There was one part in like the beginning and the guy said like, oh, I knew you guys had done this before because that part usually takes forever. We were locked in jail cells. We had to unscrew some things, and we knew what to do.
We knew what to do. No, but it ended up being fun. We went to dinner at Crossroads, which, if you haven't been, really good. Except Madison got violently ill that night.
Guys, I got so sick. I don't know what it was. I puked my brains out, literally, for 4 hours. The only place that felt comfortable was sleeping on my floor because the bed felt too soft. Ugh, it was just bad. Really bad.
Ugh.
But nobody else got sick, so I don't know what it was.
That was the weird thing because it's like a tapas style, so we shared everything.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have one thing that we didn't have. It was just so bizarre.
I know.
And of course, my hypochondriac ass, I'm like, oh, she probably got COVID or something.
Yeah, no COVID, no nothing.
I was like, oh, she's got the stomach flu and I'm going to get it next. I'm like, the next day, I'm like, am I nauseous right now?
No, I think what it is that I fucking overdid it. Like, I'm not used to going out. An escape room and a dinner with other people other than you?
It might have been the cup of whiskey you had on the way there.
That's true.
Possibly that mixed with the margaritas you had at dinner. Mm-hmm. And then immediately followed with an ice cream sundae and coffee for dessert.
Yes.
So I feel like it could have been a combination of things.
It could have been. It absolutely could have been.
I don't know if this was a random event that happened to you.
I don't know, but you know what? I needed a night like that because I was on my fucking Home Depot home improvement gardening shit with you this weekend.
Oh, as an old married couple, that is what we did this past weekend. We got together. Madison picked me up. We went down to Home Depot and we went outdoor plant shopping.
We each had our own flatbed grocery cart.
We went it was like a shopping spree at Home Depot.
I know. I have an electric sander coming tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Maybe you can give yourself a pedicure with it finally.
Yeah.
No, I'm very happy with our Home Depot purchases. Home Depot is like a fun store to shop at. I've always liked it. Everything. Cleaning supplies.
Uh-huh.
Although I am kind of choosy with cleaning supplies, especially when it comes to
cleaning
like
supplies
soaps and stuff. Yeah. I got a huge plant. What was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You sure did.
A nice, wholesome weekend. I finally got to go back to spin class. I had to take a week off because I broke my fucking toe.
Can you tell them about that?
I have 2 chairs that float in my living room, and I slammed my foot into one of them, and I was like, oh, fuck, that hurt. But I also have a really high pain tolerance. Like, I broke my shoulder before and slept on it.
That's insane.
I know, I just do. I slammed my toe into this fucking chair, and I'm like, it'll be fine. Like, that happened a couple weeks ago, actually. Same toe, same chair.
I would have been on crutches still with a boot.
I was able to go to spin class, like, the next day after the last time. But this time, it was different. It was, like, swollen and just fucking clearly broken.
Oh, my God.
So I took probably a week and a half off of doing spin classes. And then I went back today for the first time, and I felt fine. I think the pressure is not on your toe at all. It's just like mainly on your legs.
Oh my God. Thank God I got sick actually because I had an excuse all week to not go to spin class.
Oh my God. What about the other 3 weeks this month?
Just not feeling it right now.
That's okay. We all have our waves. Spin class is the only thing that I've been able to like consistently stick to going 3 times a week. It's the only thing because everything else makes me feel crazy. But I'm like, I need to get that energy out to get mentally right.
Yes.
And this is as mentally right as it gets, baby.
Oh my gosh.
This is me at my peak.
I love it.
Oh, but you know what fucked me up?
What?
Speaking of mentally, Monday night, 11 o'clock p.m., I decided to turn on Blue Valentine.
Oh, I know. I don't know why you did that. That's
why
the
did
saddest
I do that?
movie.
I was spiraling afterwards. I like watched it, got into bed, and I was just laying there like staring at my ceiling like, what the fuck?
See, you can watch fucked up slasher shit, people getting chopped up and
I'll go
whatever.
To sleep like a baby.
But Blue Valentine, man.
Ugh. You and me.
Hey, hey, hey.
And nothing bad about you and me. If the sun will shine.
If the moon will rise, it
all right.
Okay.
So anyways, that mentally threw me through a loop. And I was like, hey, don't do that again.
You know what we have to do again?
What?
some more TikToks because we're finally on there, baby.
Okay, so the person that secured the handle for us, while that was very nice, they have not gotten back to us in the past couple of weeks. We emailed them, hunted down their Instagram, DM'd them, and we have not been able to access it. So we made a new TikTok. We saw that a bunch of you guys went and followed the other one. So sorry, this is so annoying, but it's at Obituary Podcast, which easy peasy. It's linked on our Instagram in the bio. So if you want to follow our TikTok journey with our puppets, you can just head over there.
What was one of the comments we got? This is the most disturbing thing I have ever seen, and I love it. Yeah.
We're excited about it. It's fun.
We're so excited.
Because we don't have to be on camera.
Yes, it's going to be a journey.
No, but it's fun. So follow our TikTok. Support your parents.
Yes.
Please. We're old and dumb.
Yeah.
You should have seen it. Took us fucking 13 tries to get that goddamn first video up. Our dumb faces in the background of the green screen. We're trying to dodge out of the way. And then we're learning how to use the puppets too. So we're we kept forgetting to move their mouths when we were talking. Oh, God,
we'll get better. We'll be TikTok stars. You just watch.
Oh, we're going to be the next...
Addison Rae.
Yeah, Addison Rae. Eat shit. Fuck you.
No,
just
I
kidding.
feel bad for her.
Why?
Her parents' drama?
I don't know. What's going on with her parents?
Let's not get into it.
Okay.
It's not that kind of show.
Alrighty. Okay. Do you have any emails for us?
I do. I loved this email, Spencer. It says, "Hey, Spencer, Madison, Hot Dog, Doris, and Desi. I'd like to start off by saying my sister and I love your podcast. We bond over it on our weekend gym meetups. We get treadmills next to each other and just talk about what goes on Obituary and Cult Leader."
Oh my God, I love that. That's very sweet, actually.
That's amazing. I know.
I wish we knew how to get to a treadmill.
Yeah. I know you guys get bombarded with emails, so I really hope you read this. Anyway, my sister Amanda and I have completely rethought how we would like our bodies to be handled after death. It's a topic no one wants to talk about, but everyone should plan for. Having grown up in a fairly small town means typically having small town thinking, only really knowing of two ways of handling the body, being buried or cremated. We hated both. When we heard of all the different options that are out there, we're like, oh my God, yes, there's something that we could really be happy with. We decided to donate our bodies to science.
Amazing.
Be it being sent to a body farm or to a cadaver lab, we decided we'd like our remains to be used to benefit the next generation for knowledge. That's amazing. It wasn't something that we just on a whim go, yep, we're going to do that. We actually looked into everything you guys talked about and decided what would work best for us. Truly eye-opening and really made us happy with our decision. It just so happened that at the time of that episode being released and us deciding our final future, we got hit with some big news. Our father was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know. We sat down a few days later as a family, Amanda, my twin sister Bridget, my 3 kids, me, our mom, and our dad. Amanda and I sat down with everyone and said, look, we know no one wants to have these discussions, but Dad, just as a precaution, what plans do you have in place in event of chemo and radiation not helping? He said they had some plans, but he wasn't really sold on keeping those plans. We said, well, I'm not sure if this is something you'd be interested in, but we were looking at alternative forms of burial. You don't have to be buried or cremated, and we listed all of the different options. He was really intrigued and asked a bunch of questions. We answered what we could and Googled what we couldn't answer. He then started looking up stuff himself over the next couple of days, really getting a ton of info. He found the University of Tennessee Body Farm and said he'd like to see if he could do that. He got in touch with them, filled out the proper forms, and got accepted. He is even enrolled in their living study, which is when they study the donor while they're alive, have all their medical history sent to them, and everything up until their death, and their body is in their hands.
Wow.
You can even make requests that they say they will try to uphold out of respect to the donor. Then they They study the body after death, use all the data that was collected from life and death. Absolutely remarkable to us. After he got all of the paperwork filled out and finalized, he seemed to be in a much better mood. I was sitting talking with him about it, and I mentioned how much happier he seemed. He told me it was because he got to choose. That gave me chills.
I'm literally tearing up right now.
He got to decide how his body would be treated. He said it always scared him of the unknown. He didn't like not knowing what his body would do in a casket, and he didn't like not knowing what would happen with his ashes if he were cremated. It gave him control at a time when he had none.
Oh, that is powerful.
So powerful. It was actually a very big blessing for our family to have him at peace in a very unfortunate time. As I am writing this, he is 1 month out of finishing his final rounds of chemo, and his latest scans show no more masses.
Oh my God. Thank God. Amazing.
I know. So hopefully we will not be using the body farm anytime soon. But our family thanks you guys so much.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
I know.
We really have no words on how much we thank you. You really helped a family cope with the hardest topic you can discuss and gave a family peace. For that, we will forever be grateful. A loyal Geoff and cult babe, Laura.
Oh my God.
Oh. Wait, she said, P.S. Amanda also gave me for my birthday a cameo and I loved it. She requested Madison say my name wrong. It made my day. Thank you. You just have us crying over here.
God, crying in the club. No, I truly don't even know what to say because we are just always blown away whenever I think we hear that we've helped make death a more comfortable thing, because that's what's happening to us while we do this show.
Yes.
I mean, even like you were talking about the small town mentality or whatever, like I only really thought of burial and cremation before doing this show. So it's like we've learned a lot about all these different methods of burial and stuff since doing the show. But I think I speak for both of us when we're like our eyes have been opened and
Absolutely.
Our minds have been expanded throughout this entire
big time
show so far. Even me, I'll speak for myself. I feel much more comfortable with death and the idea of death since doing this show, whether
So
it's a
do I.
loved one or it's myself. I think it's been very cathartic thing.
Absolutely. It is something that's weird to talk about, but we all have to go through it. And we've talked about this too. Like, I don't know with all this knowledge that we have now from the show if we will be differently, like grief wise. But I know death doesn't scare me as much.
I feel like there's just even like learning about the stages of decomposition and that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, this is just a natural human cycle. This is just what happens. Like
your lady last week, Susan.
Yeah.
When she was like, death is the only way to bring new life kind of thing. Like that, it's just the cycle. And it sucks, but it's also something we're all going to go through. And
Definitely. I mean, just thank you so much for writing in that email. I feel like it's always so kind when people take the time to really write out something like that to us, or just know that even though we're such funeral clowns, that we're just making a little bit of a difference.
yes.
Somewhere. That's
absolutely
amazing.
And we'd love updates on your dad.
Yes, please.
We are sending him so
keep
much
them coming.
love.
And so happy to hear about his results.
Yes. Oh, how do we go on to assholes after that? That was so heartwarming.
I don't know. You brought us up. Hey, we got it. I have two Am I the Asshole for us. Shocking breaking news. Nobody would have seen it coming. This first one says, am I the asshole for being upset that my aunt left a picture of my newborn daughter at my grandfather's grave?
Okay.
It says, my family dynamic is currently complicated. For a quick SparkNotes backstory, my grandfather briefly lived at my house in 2019 before passing away. And during that time, my grandmother was living with my aunt. Days after his passing, the aunt dropped my grandmother off at our house with no plans to come back for her. My father had revived and watched his father die in the matter of days, only to have his depressed, narcissistic mother dropped off at his doorstep just days later. Ever since then, my aunt and my father have been in a feud, and she only speaks to me out of my family members. Today, without my permission, she left a picture of my newborn daughter at my grandfather's grave. My parents saw it at first and thought that I left it there. I later saw it and thought that they left it there. But after speaking with them, we realized that my aunt must have been the one to leave it there and not any of us. While I could see it be a nice gesture, but it really wasn't her place. My daughter isn't her daughter or granddaughter, and she never even told me she was doing it. Should I reach out and say something about it to her or just let it go?
Ooh, I mean, the aunt sounds like drama, probably. I do think maybe just let it go, though.
I would say let it go. So this person was actually voted an asshole.
Okay.
I get it because I'm like, okay, first of all, there's multiple sides to every story, but like, I feel like the aunt leaving the newborn picture, I would have looked at it as like, that's sweet that she still cares enough about the family to be like,
right,
I'm going to leave this picture here for him to see.
Right.
Like, it shows empathy and it shows that she cares
right,
about you. So I feel like if you were to come at her and be like, that wasn't your place to do that.
There's some deep-rooted issues there.
Mm-hmm.
If there weren't those, this would be sweet.
Right.
But the fact that there are, you probably have resentment towards her for dropping off grandma.
Or her relationship with your dad.
Yeah, I maybe take emotions out of it. It was a nice gesture and move on.
Agreed.
It's always the aunts on here that have ulterior motives.
We know.
Girly.
Okay, this next one says, am I the asshole for refusing a memorial table for my husband's ex-wife?
Okay.
I, 35-year-old female, have been with my fiance, Jake, 42-year-old male, for 4 years, engaged for 1. Our wedding will be in late September. Jake was previously married to Melissa, 59-year-old female. Jake worked for her while he was in college. They started seeing each other. She got pregnant very early into their relationship.
Wait a second. If he was in college, how old was she?
He's 42. She's 59. So she's like 17 years older. She got pregnant very early into their relationship. They got married right away. The marriage only lasted a few years and the divorce was unpleasant. Their daughter, Mia, is now 22. I did not like Melissa at all. She was condescending, rude, and personally, I feel like her relationship with Jake was predatory, and I hold that against her.
That's what I was thinking.
I rarely had to interact with her, but I hated every time I did. She treated Jake like shit, and she snapped her fingers at me whenever she wanted my attention. Oh, hate that. Jake would privately complain to me about her often, but did very well at hiding his true feelings from Mia. Mm-hmm. Good. That's a good dad.
Right.
Melissa passed away unexpectedly 2 weeks ago, and Mia is obviously distraught. This morning, she approached us about having a memorial table for her mother at our wedding. I tried to be as gentle.
Oh, please. At the wedding?
I tried to be as gentle as possible, but I told her that we would not be doing that.
Hold on. I love a memorial table at a wedding when it's like grandparents and people that are important to them, but all of the table is Melissa's? Oh, please.
I didn't tell her how I felt about her mom, but I did make it clear that I wasn't open to memorializing her mom at my wedding. Mm-hmm. Mia has been crying all day, and Jake thinks we should reconsider, though he clearly doesn't want it. His exact words were, well, I wouldn't let it ruin my day, which is not exactly an enthusiastic agreement. He is desperate to ease his daughter's pain, and while I understand that as much as I can understand, I don't want to honor a woman who treated me or my fiance poorly at our wedding. Mm-hmm. They had been divorced for years before her death. They weren't friends. They didn't get along. She was not on the guest list. If she wasn't welcome in life, why should she be highlighted now? Mm-hmm. He understands where I'm coming from and agrees with me to an extent, but thinks that we could appease Mia with little effect on us and is upset that I won't consider it. Now I'm feeling guilty hearing her cry. Mia and I get along really well, and I don't know if this is a reasonable hill to die on. I know she's in pain and I want to show her compassion, but I don't want to do this.
Die on that hill. Don't do it.
Madison says die on the hill.
Don't do it. It's your wedding day.
Yeah, I feel like because there was no relationship there, but I feel like there could be something done, whether it's like you can maybe wear a necklace that belonged to your mom or whatever at the wedding, or
I don't
incorporate her some way.
A picture of her. No, that's wild to me. This is their wedding. Let them have it. It has nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
I do love a memorial table at a wedding. I do. But not dedicated to your ex-wife. Not
at
the
your
whole
wedding.
thing.
Yeah, it feels weird.
If they already had a memorial table, okay, fine. Put her picture there. That's fine. But a full table dedicated to the ex-wife who was a bitch. Sorry.
Like, if they were close, if they had all been cool with each other and the daughter was just so upset and it was right before the wedding, maybe, whatever. Maybe have a picture, maybe have a special plate for her mom set out or whatever. But they didn't even like each other.
No, and the predatory comment, I thought it right away too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we don't know how old they were if they met in college. Like, he could have been like 19, 20, and she could have been like 40, which...
Yeah. I mean, I get age gaps. I don't think that they're wrong.
No, look at us. I was just this young
Fucking
thing.
bitch.
You are a predator.
No, this is not something you need to deal with on your wedding day. Move on.
If I was her, if I was the one getting married and I wanted to just keep it cool, I would like have something made or like stitched in like her mom's initials on like something that she could wear at the wedding so that she could feel like her mom was there or whatever.
Totally.
Like, you could do something thoughtful. There was no assholes here.
Yeah.
That was the vote.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. I don't think anyone's an asshole. The kid's not an asshole. She's 22, but she's not an asshole for wanting her mom represented. She's grieving and in a very emotional space. And her dad's getting remarried, which can bring up weird feelings for people.
But if she wasn't going to be invited in life, I agree with that.
Oh, that was the line that really got me. She's like, she wasn't on the guest list when she was living. Why would I invite her when she's dead?
Yeah. And she'll probably be there, low-key.
Oh, no,
you know.
Oh, my God. Well, there you have it.
Oh, no assholes for that one.
I actually liked these ones because I feel like we got to talk about them.
I do too. All right, well, moving on. I'm up first this week. Do you have a little side bitch?
I do. Okay, so somebody named Sarah sent this to us on Instagram, and I loved it. It's short, it's sweet, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Jack Tingley,
Oh, I already love it.
age 86, passed away June 9th, 2022. He was born on May 22nd of 1936. And Jack said, "That's all you need to know. Share your memories of Jack and sign the online guest register at lemellychapel.com."
Yes, Jack, that is all you need to know.
I was thinking, I'm like, this has major Doug died energy.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
I love it.
Jack said,
Mind
quote,
your business.
"That's all you need to know."
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I fucking love it.
Oh, I did see a meme. People were sending it to us. It was like, in my obituary, I'm going to tell y'all how I died because I don't want anybody Googling how I fucking died. I'm like, yeah.
Maybe we'll see an uptick in death notices instead of obituaries in the future.
Oh, yeah,
Very, very interesting. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll hear what had you spinning in your coffin. We'll be right back. And we're back. Madison, what had you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right, Spencer. 2 things led me to my topic today. 1, our discussions while driving to In-N-Out. And 2, the fact that American Horror Story is back.
America Horny Story.
America's Horny Story is back. Okay.
All right.
Do you remember a few weeks ago we were in the car discussing how we were going to become real estate agents?
Yes.
And how we were like, we're going to be a team.
Yes.
And we're going to sell the shit out of houses because we just love to judge a house. We love to go to open houses.
Yes, it's
look
our
through
next
homes.
venture. When we retire from podcasting, we are going to be real estate agents.
Yes. Maybe we'll sell your house.
Yeah.
Who knows? But also, American Horror Story is back. And I don't know if I've told you guys, but when I used to do makeup, this was a few years ago, I was doing makeup on this woman who was a court reporter. And we were talking, and I was like really intrigued by it because I was like, I'm sure she hears some crazy shit in court, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I also think the court reporting like keyboard is wild.
Oh my God. How did they do it?
It's a whole nother language. It's cool. So she was telling me about some of her crazy experiences. And one of them was that she was recently the court reporter in a case where the American Horror Story house, the murder house, the new owners were suing the old owners and the real estate agent because they didn't tell them that it was a huge tourist attraction.
You would know. You didn't look up your house before moving into it.
Okay, we'll get into that. But they didn't know. Also, there was like a bunch of defects like plumbing and that kind of shit. And then also, she told me this. It didn't say this in the articles, but she said that some construction workers and people in the house like doing maintenance would feel things, would feel like it was haunted, would feel like they were being watched. I was just in a real estate state of mind, okay? So I wanted to know what happens when you sell your haunted house, when you buy a haunted house?
Sure.
What happens if there's a death on the property? What are the laws? What happens, right?
Yes.
I was actually so surprised because no matter what you believe something's haunted, you don't believe in that stuff, whatever. So many of the realty websites out there have articles and tips for selling a legitimate haunted house.
Oh.
And we'll get into it, but there are some legit court rulings about haunted homes.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like certain houses, just from doing Cult Leader, I know like the Manson house, one of them, and the Amityville house, a lot of times they'll just completely tear down a house and rebuild it so that they can change the address on it or whatever, give it a new name.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I was looking at this one website called Barker Hill Realty, and they had a whole section on haunted homes. And so they said that first you need to figure out, is your home actually haunted? And they had a whole list of what you need to look for. And I was laughing.
They're like red eyes glowing in the night.
Just wait. It says disappearing or moving items, strange noises or voices coming from an unknown source or location, temperature fluctuations, animals acting weird, repeated eerie or violent nightmares, electrical disturbances, doors or cabinets opening or closing on their own, run-ins with ghosts or apparitions.
Sure, that'll do it.
Smells that don't belong, and my absolute favorite, children turning their head 180 degrees like an owl.
Oh, that is a sure sign. That is how you know your house is haunted, baby.
Or change in personality. And then they go into some reasons why those things could be happening, like whether there were in fact deaths in the home, a history of witchcraft or crimes, and also the age of the home, because the older it is, the less the chances are of there being records on the home. Also, is the home built on top of maybe catacombs, maybe some burial ground that you didn't know about, or are they really close to a cemetery, like those sort of things. Then the article goes on to explain that you still need to rule out all legitimate, rational explanations first. So are my lights flickering because of a spirit or because I have an actual electrical issue? Or is the odor really coming from someone who passed on? Or do I need to see if my garbage disposal needs fixing or whatever, right? If you do have a haunted homes typically fall under something called a stigmatized property in some states. And this means stigmatized property is that it's a property that buyers may find undesirable because of psychological reasons or emotional reasons. This is unrelated to a home's location, size, or any physical feature of the home. This is purely emotional and psychological. I was looking through different stigmatized properties, and there's a lot of different things that fall under the umbrella. So, for example, there's a public stigma. That would be a home that everyone knows about. I would think like murder house, because I don't think there was ever a murder in that house. But
or like the Los Feliz murder house.
That would probably be under the murder-suicide stigma.
Oh, okay.
So there's public stigma, there's the murder-suicide stigma. There's also criminal stigma, like was that home a trap house once or a brothel?
Right.
And then there's the phenomena stigma, which refers to paranormal stuff.
Like, oh shit, I saw this house on Ghost Adventures.
Exactly. There are laws regarding this, and we're speaking in the U.S. So there's some states that are disclosure states, some states that are non-disclosure states, meaning you either do have to disclose it or not.
I'm sure it's circumstantial too, right? Like if it was like a horrific murder happened there,
yes,
they might have to disclose it, but not paranormal.
Yeah, it varies state to state. Also, not all deaths have to be disclosed. Just something like an unnatural death needs to be disclosed.
Sure.
So in New York, New Jersey, Minnesota, and Massachusetts, they actually mention paranormal activity in their real estate disclosure laws. In Massachusetts, for instance, you're not required to disclose. Georgia, New Hampshire, New Jersey, South Carolina, Delaware, and Connecticut are only required to disclose if they're asked. In California, you must disclose if a death happened in the last 3 years on your property. In Alaska, you must disclose within 1 year. In Texas, you only need to disclose if there is a violent death that happens. In South Dakota, you must disclose if any murder or deaths happened ever. In Arizona and Indiana, they don't require a seller to disclose if any deaths or paranormal activity has happened on the property. And in New Orleans, I thought this was funny. Sometimes the homes are marked like, like if you're selling a house, the signs outside, it'll say sold or not sold, whatever. Or in escrow, they have signs that say haunted or not haunted on the signs.
I've seen that before.
There's a case from 1983 that I looked into. It's from California, and it has everything to do with disclosing a stigmatized property to a new buyer and what can happen. It's called Reed v. King. There was an elderly woman. She was single. She was living alone. Her name was Doris Reed. She purchased a home from Richard King. Now, this home was physically perfect for her and definitely safe for an elderly woman to live alone in. She purchased the home for $76,000. After she settled in, she began talking to neighbors about the home's history and found out that 10 years prior, a mother and her 4 children were all murdered there. She sued Richard King and his real estate agent for rescission and damages and claimed that the home was really only worth $65,000 after finding out the horrible stuff that happened.
She's like, the murder of the mom and the 4 children, that at least knocks off $10K, right?
Yeah. Neighbors also confessed, now this is the shady part, neighbors also confessed that King and his real estate agent knew about the home's history. They were well aware of it and went around and asked all the neighbors to please keep it quiet so they could get the house sold. The complaints were at first dismissed, and then Doris appealed the decision and the judgment was reversed. And this case is super important because it helped create the stigmatized property seller disclosure laws.
Okay.
We will get into the other case that helped with the disclosure laws too, but let's get back onto the haunted track. So if you have determined your home is actually haunted, from everything I've read, they say that it's best to keep it to yourself. Morally, and just hearing the story before, it's not the best decision, but if you ever want to sell your home at asking price or above, you should probably stay quiet about it. An unnatural death in the home could drop the value upwards of 20%, which is a lot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There are many paranormal investigators that are paid hundreds of dollars to come in and clear your home or clear the energies in your home. You could even have a priest come in and exorcise your home. But if you boast about your haunted house and it becomes a known thing and starts to have a reputation, and then you sell it without disclosing that, you could be sued in some states or in trouble. In some states.
I'm also just like, how do people not, like, even if I'm looking at somewhere to rent, I Google everything about it. I'm looking up newspaper archives with the address and stuff. I'm like, how do you not Google a house before you buy it?
I didn't get into that too much here, but there's something called buyer beware. So, like, you do have your due diligence to do that, but there are some things that you can't know, or like you shouldn't have to dig that far and find news articles about it. You know what I mean? An example of someone boasting about their haunted house and then getting in trouble for it, or it fucking them over in the end, was a famous New York Supreme Court case called Stambovsky versus Ackley. There was a woman named Helen Ackley. She owned a home with her family in Nyack, New York, and they bought this home in the 1960s. The home in question is located on One Lavetta Place. It's a beautiful old Victorian home. It backs up to the Hudson River. But apparently this house was super haunted. Helen wrote an article in the Reader's Digest about this haunted house. And I want to read a little bit of the article because it really paints a picture of how beautiful this house is. It was called Our Haunted House on the Hudson. It says, quote, I saw our house for the first time on a hot July day in 1967. A bedraggled old Victorian, it had stood vacant for 7 years. Its waist-high lawn clutched about a sturdy stone foundation. Its wood-shingled roof was awry. But as I followed the real estate agent and my husband, George, into the spacious hall, I knew I was home. George, already working in New York City, moved into the house as soon as the final papers were signed. My job was to shuttle between our Maryland farm and our new home, closing one while renovating the other. One afternoon, the neighborhood children broke up a lively ball game to question me. Yes, we had bought the house. Yes, we did have children, 4, although they wouldn't arrive for another week. When I told them they could look through the house, 2 of the kids hung back. The others giggled. They think there's ghosts in there. They're scared. Did you know you bought a haunted house? Later in the day, the plumber who was recreating the water system asked me, "Are you planning to be here long, Mrs. Ackley?" "Until 4:30, Bob. I have to pick up my husband at 5. What's the matter? Have you run into problems?" Bob hesitated. "It's not that, Mrs. Ackley. I keep hearing footsteps on the stairs and walking around overhead. I must have run up and down those steps 6 times the other day, and I couldn't find anybody. I'm ready to go now, but I don't want to leave you here alone." I looked at Bob standing there. Young, nearly 6 feet tall, solidly built, his concern was real. I managed a smile. "Don't worry, Bob. I might as well get used to being here alone." That night, I told George about the 2 conversations as we got ready for bed. He nodded his head gravely and pulled up the covers. Sliding in beside him, I realized the hall light was burning. With a groan, I started up. "Where are you going?" George demanded. "To turn off the light, of course." "Leave it on." I looked at him. "Since when have you slept with the light on?" "Since the first night I moved in here, and I don't want to discuss it. Good night." He turned over his back to me. As I dropped off to sleep, I wondered, what is with these crazy men and this lovely old house? I got nothing but good vibes. So we lived with the footsteps, and I have found it reassuring to have such a vigilant patrolman on duty 24 hours a day. Anyway, all old houses creak. So she goes on to talk about doors flinging open, temperature changes. She talked about talking to her invisible companions when she could feel them standing next to her. She had a daughter named Cynthia who claimed that her bed would start shaking every morning, and apparently Cynthia, like me, was impossible to wake up in the morning, but she had a little invisible alarm clock that shook her bed every morning. But she wanted to be able to sleep in during her Christmas vacation, and so they all had to say out loud to the ghost, like, "Hey, I'm going to be on vacation. You need to stop shaking my bed. I want to sleep in." And the shakes stopped. One day, Helen Ackley was painting their living room, and she felt something looking at her, and she was home alone, and she looked over her shoulder and saw a man sitting but floating. He was nodding at her and smiling after she asked him if he liked the paint color. She's losing it, people.
I hope she had a window open while she was painting.
She says this in that article. She said, "No, I was not drinking that day. No, it was not because of the paint fumes." Some of her other children had also seen figures in the house. They even had family visit, and the family met one of the ghosts at the foot of their guest bed.
Sounds like it's friendly ghosts.
Very friendly. The ghost, I guess, opened a book in midair in front of these people and started turning pages. The ghosts also left little gifts, like little Victorian gifts around the home. There were
Snapdragon, everyone's favorite game.
Yeah. But she ends by saying, "When it is time for us to move, is there any way for them to come with us?" So she's fully aware. There was also a walking paranormal tour that you could take around the house or in the house or something. So it's well known that this house is haunted, right? And a lot of celebrities have bought this house since.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when it was their time to move, this is what happened. They decided to move to Florida, and they put their beloved home on the market for $650,000 in 1989. A man named Jeffrey Stombolfsky was super interested and put a pretty high down payment on the house. Helen and her real estate agent stayed super quiet about the house's history and literally made no attempts at disclosing this info, although I have read articles where she has tried to defend herself and say, I absolutely had conversations about it. But the story goes she didn't disclose any of this, which I always thought was weird because she seems to love it so much. It seems like her claim to fame, you know?
Yeah.
Jeffrey Stambovsky found out about the house being haunted, and he did not want to go through with purchasing the home, and he wanted to rescind his contract. The sellers did not let him and thought it was fraudulent that it was never disclosed, and so he took legal action. In 1991, the New York Supreme Court heard this case and actually ruled against him because of the buyer beware rule that we talked about
you could
earlier.
have looked this up.
You could have looked it up. You should have known. Then he appealed it, and it went to the Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals reversed it and allowed him to rescind his contract. The judge ruled that the house was legally haunted, and this judge, in his ruling, made so many comments and puns about ghosts and even quoted Ghostbusters. That's why this case is also known as the Ghostbusters ruling.
Oh.
And it's also one of those cases that help today's requirements of having to disclose if our home is haunted.
Okay.
Now, sometimes a buyer doesn't mind at all that a home is haunted and actually wants it more because it is haunted. I was on the realestatewitch.com, and this website has a bunch of polls on it. And it says 1 in 3 people would buy a home that was deemed haunted, but 40% of people say it's an absolute non-negotiable, absolutely no ghosts, please. The other 60% would, but only if, quote, it was for a much lower price, the ghosts were friendly, it was a safer neighborhood, it had a larger yard or more land, it had modern renovations.
I would do it if it was a situation like hers where she's like, it's a friendly ghost and blah, blah, blah. I'd be like,
I would
okay.
love it. Yeah, like a little companion. I love that. Also, many people are willing to overlook things. From this website, it says if the address is 666, 89% of people would overlook that. They'd overlook it if it was located next to a cemetery. 60% of people would overlook that. If someone died of natural causes in the home, 84% of people would overlook that.
Really? Oh, would overlook it.
Would overlook it. If there was a porno filmed there, 79% would overlook it. If it was a scene of a violent crime, 54% of people would overlook it. And if it was a former meth lab, 50% would overlook it.
Yeah.
Seems like you just got to find the right person. But I like these disclosure laws. Like, I would want to know as much as possible about the home.
Sure.
But I can't believe there's legally haunted homes.
I love it.
Love it, girly.
I love it. No, it's interesting.
That's your real estate class.
I loved it. I would buy a house if it
Yeah.
was even if it was legally haunted, as long as it wasn't like a demonic
Yeah.
situation.
Right.
Yeah. I'd feel fine with it. I feel like you can feel a house when you walk into a house, regardless of what you believe, or if you're like me and you believe one thing one day and nothing the next.
Yeah.
Like, if I've
the
walked
vibes
into
are
houses
good.
where I'm like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
And then there's houses you walk into and you're like, this is my house and I love this house and I'm going to live here. Like,
Our house that we live in now, I remember I told my husband, I was like, I don't want to move. Like, I really don't want to move. And then he's like, well, let's just go see it. And I was like, okay. And so I was fully expecting to not love it. And I walked in and was like, oh, this has to be ours. Like, it just
you just
had
get
the
a
best
feeling.
vibes.
Betty
Yeah.
Bungalow, same thing.
Same.
I was like, I desperately need this house. Love it. Would you guys buy a haunted house? Let us know.
Let us know.
All right, well, let's take one more quick break. Let's digest that. Give the Geoffs some time to think, and then we'll come right back.
Think it over. We're your real estate agents.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what has you spinning, babe?
Geoffs and Geoffs, step right up. This week we're talking all things amusement park death.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. I love little factoids about
So do I.
amusement parks. I'm obsessed with any sort of carnival, amusement park. I like to learn about it. There's a seedy undertone to everything. And especially when it's like a happiest place on earth. I want to know.
Yes.
I say, give me the hot goss. I've been wanting to do this coffin spinner for forever. We've gotten into some weird Disney related stuff on here before. I've actually gotten into this topic on Cult Leader, I realized. So I've got a lot to discuss here.
Okay.
first, I wanted to start us off with some statistics because I feel like there's also so much folklore around things. Like people will be like, did you know somebody died on this ride? And blah, blah, blah. Or you go to fucking Disneyland with someone who grew up and is like, yeah, I heard about someone who stood up on this ride and blah, blah, blah.
There's one from Knott's Berry Farm. I remember they had this like splash thing, this like a high drop water splash thing. And some woman apparently fell out of it or something. I don't know if
believable.
That's... Okay.
It's very believable after what I've read.
Okay.
I mean, the nice thing to know is that approximately only 4 people die a year from roller coaster related incidents in the U.S.
Oh, I hate it.
See, that's not that many. You're not a roller coaster girly.
I would love it if 100% I wasn't going to die on it and if I didn't get nauseous.
Well, we've been on ones together and you've immediately thrown up into a trash can afterwards.
Yes.
So.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
You also ate a funnel cake right before, so I don't know. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Okay, so from 1987 to 2000, there were an estimated 4.5 amusement ride-related deaths per year. From 1990 to 2004, there were 52 deaths associated with amusement park rides, so about 3 a year.
Want to know my biggest fear?
Huh.
You know Supreme Scream? Or those, I'm talking Knott's Berry Farm, but you know, like the rides that take you so high and hold you up and then
falling
drop
out
you?
of them.
Oh my God, I can't. I have nightmares about it.
Yeah. See, I love it.
Oh, you're sick.
Every day from May through September in each year between 1990 and 2010, there was an average of 20 injuries by amusement park guests under 18 years of age that required hospitalization. But in 2019, there was 1,300 injuries from amusement park accidents in the U.S. total. But that doesn't mean serious injuries. It could be any sort of injury, really.
I got stung by a bee on a roller coaster and my arm swelled. I look like Popeye.
Cool.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I never really worry about this when it comes to certain. Well, actually, I'll only say this: Disneyland. Disney is the only time I don't worry about any. I could go on any ride there, and I'm like, I'm safe.
Right.
Well, you won't maybe think that after this, but I feel like now, especially,
or if I'm dying at Disneyland.
Yeah,
baby. I mean, take me off.
You're gonna move me off the property.
But, we get it. We know, but
thank
not
you,
the
Mr.
worst
Mouse.
place.
No. But when it comes to like a fair ride, like a fair roller coaster.
With a carny?
Or ride, they always seem so rickety to me. And just the fact that they travel, I don't like it.
Oh, no. I don't like to see you at the fairgrounds and then see you on the fucking freeway on the way home with the same thing.
Yes, Mr. Roller Coaster, I actually saw you on the 405 and now you're swinging 90 feet in the air. I don't love it.
No.
Another stat that might make you feel better, you're more likely to be struck by lightning than you are to die in a roller coaster accident.
Okay.
It's rare.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to experience neither of those situations.
I know.
But who knows?
It's rare, but it happened.
One seems more avoidable than the other.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of the craziest incidents. I pulled information mainly from an article on ranker.com, an article by Kevin Saltarelli for howstuffworks.com and webtribunal.com. And there was a few others, like a BuzzFeed article. I'll link them all in the sources, but I just wanted to get that out of the way because I'm going to be going between a few of the different articles that I found. Another interesting stat, though, actually, real quick, 36% of the serious injuries people sustain in amusement parks have something to do with roller coasters. And I guess 60% of ride injuries are as a result of the patron's disregard for the rules, which we'll hear about, but also, come on.
Come on.
People do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Trying to impress your little girlfriends, a boyfriend, try and be the wild friend. One incident that I came across many times was the Krug Park Big Dipper accident. This happened on July 24th of 1930. I mean, I can only imagine a ride in the 1930s.
Oh,
please. What's it built of? Wood and fucking nails?
Yeah.
Okay, well, get this. So you know how they have like the brake things underneath roller coasters that like stop them? Mm-hmm. Well, a bolt that was holding one of these braking mechanisms in came out.
Wonderful.
And caused one of the cars on this roller coaster to go off track. And it led to not only that car, but the 3 cars around it being taken off the track as well. And they plummeted to the ground.
How high?
crushing the ride goers. I don't know. It doesn't say, but it was like, I think it was pretty high up. In total, 4 people were killed and 17 were seriously injured.
Holy shit.
A more recent case happened at Six Flags on one of their roller coasters. July 19th, 2013, this woman named Rosie Esparza was almost severed in half while riding the Texas Giant roller coaster at the Six Flags Over Texas amusement park. She was concerned, I guess, about her safety harness.
Okay.
After she boarded the ride, but one of the operators was like, oh no, you're good. Like, you're good to go. They gave her the thumbs up. The roller coaster began going around a turn. Her restraints came undone.
No, my God.
And she was thrown 75 feet onto a metal roof.
Stop.
They did like an immediate investigation, I guess, and this says that 2 months later, the ride reopened with new restraints, seatbelts, and a test seat at the entrance to ensure that passengers could ride safely.
Oh my
70 feet.
God.
That's my biggest fear, is
Could
being on a
you?
roller coaster and your shit coming loose. Are you kidding me?
Could you imagine being someone there and just seeing someone flying?
No, you would not be okay. Her family filed lawsuits against Six Flags, which I'm like, fucking good, and the ride's manufacturer. And in response, both the amusement park and the company that manufactured the ride started suing each other over responsibility for the accident. But both companies eventually reached an undisclosed settlement with the victim's family.
I hope they drained their asses.
Oh, God. Okay, so there's one story, and Cult Babes, if you're listening, it's a story that I'll never forget. And I actually talked about it on A Little Leader, this whole story. So I went back to my notes to find it because I wanted to share it on here. It's the story of Deborah Stone, also known as Debbie Stone. And Debbie was a local who had recently graduated from Santa Ana High School with plans to travel to Iowa to attend Iowa State University after summer ended. She was 17 and she was trying to save up some money before going off to college, so she took on a summer job at Disneyland.
Okay.
She was hired to be on the opening crew of one of Disney's newest attractions called America Sings, which was this outer ring of 6 little theaters that would rotate around like a fixed center stage.
Oh, cool.
And her job was to greet audience members from the left side of the stage, and then after the theater had rotated around the center stage in a full loop, she would come around and like wave goodbye and like see them off. According to an article on mouseplanet.com, each show was about 20 minutes long, and afterwards there was a 45-second interval where the stage would move back into its original position. Somehow she got, quote, too close to the passway between the moving theater wall and the stationary stage wall. She may have fallen, stepped backwards, or tried to jump from one stage to the other. Fellow operators that were working with her at the time think that maybe she leaned back on purpose because when the building was used for the Carousel of Progress before America Sings started, it rotated in the opposite direction and it was safe to lean back on to like talk to coworkers.
Okay.
But she was a new hire. She'd never worked the Carousel of Progress, so it doesn't really explain that. But the ride designers created an accident waiting to happen. With the Carousel of Progress hostess at the left end of the theater, she was supposed to be behind this moving wall as it clockwise approached a stationary wall. But now that the theater had turned counterclockwise, she was basically just stuck in front of this moving wall, and it closed in on the stationary wall and crushed her. After this incident in 1974, the ride was rebranded to the Carousel of Progress and eventually shut down altogether.
Holy shit.
I have another employee-related death that took place at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. And this was in 1996. A woman who was working there part-time, Cherie Lamotte, was struck and killed by a train car full of people on the Revolution roller coaster.
Okay.
She was attempting to cross the tracks, which I'm like, why?
What?
She slipped and fell into a 4-foot deep pit. So the top half of her, I would assume, I guess, must be out. And the train full of passengers struck her as it pulled in to let people off the ride.
What?
Her death was the first reported employee death at Six Flags Magic Mountain, I guess.
Oh my God. It just probably cut her in half.
That's like some Final Destination shit.
I know.
Imagine being like stuck in a hole, like you know it's coming. Or it probably hopefully happened very fast, but
oh my
traumatizing.
God. Traumatizing too for the people
yes.
on it. God.
The next one is horrifying, so brace yourself.
They're all horrifying.
September 5th, 2003, the happiest place on earth turned into a horrible nightmare for a 22-year-old male named Marcelo Torres. He's on this ride, and about halfway through this roller coaster ride, it makes a sharp right turn. Part of the train comes off of the hinges.
Oh, God.
The forced part of the locomotive-shaped ride wedged into the tracks, stopping the train completely, and basically part of the track shot up and darted through Marcelo Torres's chest and head like a spear.
When did this happen?
2003.
I feel like I remember hearing about this.
Horrifying. June 14th, 1986, at the West Edmonton Mall in Canada, there was a bunch of people attending a concert. And you also had your typical evening shoppers. But then there was a group of people there waiting for a chance to ride the world's largest indoor roller coaster called the Mindbender.
Please.
The ride had already been shut down twice that evening when the operator heard this clashing or clicking metallic sound coming from the train. When the ride reopened, 12 people who had been waiting in line got on the train, and shortly into the ride, the train derailed and hurled two bodies up over 100 feet. Tony Mandrusiak, who was 24, and his fiancée, Cindy Sims, 21, were violently killed when the ride derailed. The fiancée, Cindy, was partially decapitated when her body was thrown onto a concrete ledge. And there was also a third death of David Sager, who was 24. He died moments after the derailment when his car stalled upside down during one of the loops and his body fell from the ride onto the mall floor.
Oh my God.
19 other people were injured.
You cannot get me on a roller coaster after this. Absolutely not.
And then Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, March 10th, 1998, a 5-year-old was seriously injured when his foot became wedged between the passenger car's running board and the edge of the platform after the train had temporarily paused, pulling into the unloading area.
Oh, no.
Each toe on his left foot was amputated. Disneyland, I guess, after this made improvements to the ride, but the family claimed that Disneyland would not acknowledge that the accident was the reason for doing so.
Of course.
In 1984, another woman was injured at Disneyland. Well, more than an injury. She was decapitated on the Matterhorn bobsleds at Disneyland.
No. When? 84?
84. She was thrown from her seat towards an oncoming bobsled. It fucking decapitated her.
Holy shit.
Now, obviously, if the ride is faulty, blame would fall on the theme park that was involved typically, or sometimes families would go after like the manufacturers. But I found this news story where an employee was actually sued for reckless homicide. An amusement park manager found guilty of reckless homicide, this article says. This happened in Tennessee. A jury took less than an hour Monday to convict a former amusement park manager of reckless homicide for a woman's fatal fall from a pendulum-like ride, the Hawk, in March of 2004. Quote, after 4 days of testimony from 26 witnesses, the panel of 9 men and 3 women opted not to convict Charles Stanley Martin of second-degree murder for the death of June Alexander, who fell 60 feet to her death from a ride after her harness came loose mid-air as her family watched. Martin, 57, faced up to 25 years for the murder charge. Sentencing on the lesser charge will be determined by Judge Richard Vance on July 26, but could be up to 4 years or as little as probation. The jury also levied a maximum $5,000 fine against Martin.
Wow.
Alexander, 50, was celebrating her son Cody's 15th birthday at the park on March 14th of 2004 when the accident occurred. Cody and her sister, Judy Sprinkles, were aboard the ride while another sister watched from below. That sister, Gail Young, reacted tearfully to the verdict Monday. I have mixed feelings, but now at least I know my sister's death was not in vain, she said. This helps make sure no one else has to go through the horror that we went through. Prosecutors argued that the safety system on the Hawk, which swings higher and higher before turning 360 degrees, had been tampered with, causing the ride to take off even though Alexander's safety harness was not secured. Jumper cables were found in the system's electrical panel, which expert witnesses testified had bypassed the backup safety mechanisms. The state argued that Martin, as the general manager of the Rockin' Raceway in Pigeon Forge, was the sole staff member with access to the panel and motivation to alter it. In his testimony, however, Martin said that he had never altered the system nor seen jumper cables, but that many others had access to the panels. Several witnesses testified that Stan was the man responsible for maintenance on the rides in the park, one of many tourist attractions in the town better known as the home of Dolly Parton and her amusement park, Dollywood. The specter of the country diva's namesake hung over the trial from the start when a Dollywood employee was dismissed from the jury section and a victim witness coordinator, Tina Cartlett, was identified as one of Dolly Parton's first cousins. I don't know. Basically, it looks like it was just like one big blame game.
I feel bad for the
employee. I'm like, homicide seems like the wrong type of charge.
Horrible.
I mean, because who's to blame? I mean, I would blame the park as a
too.
whole. I feel like if you were going to sue, but you need to advocate for yourself on these roller coasters. You better make sure your shit is locked in tight. And if it feels wrong,
it is
you
wrong.
need to tell them.
If it feels wrong, it is wrong.
Oh.
Don't get on
Make it a bumper sticker. If it feels wrong, it is wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about that?
That's
How about
terrible.
that? Horrible. There's a lot more amusement park related deaths and stuff, but I wanted to focus mainly on roller coasters today. So I feel like I'll definitely have a follow-up at some point in the future.
It was a roller coaster. It really was.
Took you up, took you down, made you smile, made you frown, baby. And that is the name of the game.
Okay. All right. Well,
Let's move away from that.
let's move away.
Let's move away. Should we get into some obituaries?
Yes, we should.
Who do you have for us today?
Now, I have an obituary that was sent to us from a Geoff. The email said, "Hello, lovelies. I just started listening to you guys and I'm obsessed. You guys are hilarious and provide the comic relief I need to get through my days. I have an obituary that I think you guys would get a kick out of. It's from my mom's coworker's wife. She didn't really know them, but she seems like a pretty cool lady. Her obituary is just one of the wildest things I've ever read. Thank you for all you do. Y'all are the best."
Thank you.
This is for a woman named Wendy. Wendy passed away at home on March 21st, 2022. She was born to Milfred and Susan Harris on January 13th, 1978. Wendy was the youngest of 3 children and grew up between Casanova and Ravenna, surrounded by family. She graduated from Grand Valley State University with a bachelor's degree in paleontology. She was married to Brian Hines, whom she met attending Grand Valley State. She is survived by her husband, her father, her brother and his wife, her other brother and his wife, her nephews, her nieces, just a whole bunch of people she's survived by. She is also survived by the pack. They know who they are. Wendy worked at American Medical Response for the last several years, supporting the ambulance crews, assisting clients, and later making sure that her people got paid for their work. She loved the work and the environment and was always so thrilled to have a workplace that embraced her particular talent with language and sense of humor. She was also a former member of the Grand Rapids and District Pipe Band for nearly 15 years and was always ready and willing to break out her pipes for a special occasion, while cheerfully reminding people that bagpipes were long classified as a weapon of war by the British Empire. We gotta look into that. Wendy also had a calling that she found later in life. Under the pseudonym of Larissa Wolf, she joined the Satanic Temple. Love her. As one of the founders of the Satanic Temple of West Michigan congregation, she forged connections with individuals around the world with her integrity, compassion, and determination. When she was asked to volunteer for national leadership inside the organization, she did not hesitate to step up and join the International Council. She eventually joined the ministry and at the time of her passing was an ordained minister of Satan and the director of special projects of the Satanic Temple. In the past few years, Wendy found a new joy in life as a squire to her knight, Lanzifer Longinus. Today, they created the Satanic Temple's mounted color guard. Earning the title of Companion of the Order of Baphomet, she loved spending time with her new equine companions, Orion and Panzer, while also supporting her knight at jousting competitions around the country.
Oh my God.
Those wishing to offer expressions of sympathy in her memory are encouraged to make a contribution to the Satanic Temple.
Oh, I love it.
We love a little satanic girly.
Oh boy, do we. If you guys haven't listened, Madison joined me when we talked about Church of Satan, which we know is different than the Satanic Temple, but we break down all the differences. That was a fun episode.
Yes.
Lately, too, I've been so into Satanic Panic on Cult Leader.
Love
Tune
it.
in.
We love a little satanic girly, and I'm glad that they talked about it in the obituary.
Yes.
Who do you have?
Okay, well, this is like more of a death notice, I would say. This is from a 1907 edition of the St. Louis Dispatch, and OBITCH. I just could not wait to share it because I don't know if I should read the headline first or after. I think after. A fit of uncontrollable laughter caused by a joke at the Thanksgiving dinner table at the Good Samaritan Hospital caused the death of Mrs. Mary Schweitzer.
Oh,
83
no.
years old, who was buried Saturday. Mrs. Schweitzer had eaten a hearty meal and was sitting at the table with other patients when one of them made a remark which struck her as so funny that she laughed. She continued to laugh, and the efforts of nurses and doctors to cheek her mirth were unavailing. The exertion from the laughter caused a hemorrhage, and she died an hour later.
No.
Mrs. Schweitzer was the mother of Nick Carr, former superintendent of the city workhouse. And the headline on this little death notice said, "Good joke told at dinner causes death of woman."
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Be careful if you're listening to us. We're so hilarious. Just hemorrhage.
Oh my God. That's scary.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, I'll never
Nobody
laugh
could
again.
help her?
No.
Nobody could stop?
And nobody was going to help her.
That was like me at In-N-Out the other night.
Oh my God. So me and Madison go to In-N-Out 9 times out of 10 after we get done recording. It's like our little ritual, In-N-Out and Housewives. And
I couldn't stop I just had a laughing
she had
fit.
the giggles, and she was the one ordering, and she couldn't stop, so I had to take over. But Madison looked at the guy working there.
Okay, I felt so bad because I was not laughing at him, and I knew that he was probably like, I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable like I was laughing at him. I felt terrible, but I could not stop laughing. I don't know why.
She said, "Sorry, I'm high."
So I said to him, and I haven't been high in years, I said, "I'm high."
Which just was weirder. And then
So
I was
weird.
I was laughing. We're just gonna keep it together, but yeah, better be careful because who knows what could happen.
Who knows?
Yeah, you were acting like a real dumbass, I'd say.
I was. You should have locked me up.
Lock her up. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone else, it's time for some
Ass
criminals. Let's fucking do it. Madison, what you got?
My dumb criminal takes place in Virginia Beach. Like a few weeks ago, August 15th,
Oh, shit.
the Virginia Beach police received a call on August 15th at around 7:40 a.m. The call was from Laskin's Endodontics. Side note, I didn't know what endodontics was, so I Googled it, and it's the branch of dentists concerned with diseases and injuries of the soft tissue inside of a tooth, aka dental pulp. I think they're root canal doctors.
Ooh.
I don't know. Ooh, dental pulp?
Oh my God. Would you like it with pulp?
Or without? I'm a pulp girl. I
Me
love
too.
pulp.
Ooh, the more the better. But now when I next drink orange juice, I'm going to think of...
Oh, whatever. You'll forget. Anyway, the call was to the police from there because there was a door that was opened, or it looked like it had been broken into. The police arrived and began investigating and concluded that someone did in fact break into these endodontics offices. There were many items stolen from inside the office, including food items. Also, this will come together at the end, but also in the parking lot, there was a van that belonged to a bakery called Sugar Plum Bakery parked in the parking lot. Just hold on to that bit of information. Anyway, cops are searching and they find a little Debbie cake wrapper and they like pick it up like no big deal. And then they find another one and another one.
Oh, no.
And another one. and another one, and it's a whole trail of Little Debbie wrappers. They followed the wrapper trail to, all the articles say, an undisclosed location close to the offices. There they found 52-year-old Tony with all of the missing items from not only the dental office, but also that Sugar Plum Bakery van. And I just fucking love it that they found a trail of sugary treats that led them to the dental office burglar. Little
Imagine.
dumbass. Pick up after yourself, Tony.
Oh my God, I was picturing it. There was going to be a twist, like it was a bear or something.
That would have been cool. No, Little Debbie.
We could pretend.
Little Debbie burglar.
Ugh, what a little Debbie.
Dumbass.
Dumbass Debbie. Oh my God.
Who do you have?
I got a Florida woman. This couple is at the Tiger Truck Stop in Louisiana.
What's that? What's a Tiger Truck Stop?
Well, the truck stop with fucking tigers, I guess. This woman's husband had been throwing treats to their dog who had gotten close to the animal's pen.
Okay.
And it was a camel inside of this pen.
Okay.
The dog ends up crawling under the enclosure and gets inside. So the woman is like, well, fuck, I gotta go get it.
This is me.
So she crawled under the barbed wire fence to get the dog. And that's when Casper, the camel who was inside the enclosure, sat on top of her. This is some shit that would happen to you.
Doris wandered somewhere.
The 600 pounds this camel weighed.
Sat on her.
So she wanted to get it off of her and she didn't know what to do. So she ends up biting the testicles of the camel. And apparently this provoked him. And according to an advocate of this place, they said that the camel has never been aggressive before. The camel's never gotten out, never caused any issues. Like prior to this husband and wife causing fucking shit there. And it's like, you're the dumbasses for letting your dog.
Why wasn't the dog on a leash?
Yeah, idiots. The woman was hospitalized, but was said to be doing fine. And so was the camel. But the couple did end up being the dumbasses that got in trouble because they were cited for a leash law violation.
Good. Put your dogs on a leash, please.
God.
Oh my God, dumbasses.
Dumbasses. Yeah.
Well.
We have a box that Madison has been dying to open.
Oh my God, it's so big. I gotta go get it. Okay, so this box says it's from Mutiny Information Cafe Online.
I have to say, Madison has been wanting to open this box all fucking week. She called me and she's like, I just picked up a box from the post office. She's like, do you want me to just see what's in it? And I was like,
jiggling
no.
around. I was like, come on, please.
Let me open it, Papa, please.
Okay, wait. It smells so good.
Immediately smells good.
What is this?
Is that cup
Look
of
how
it?
fucking cool that is.
Okay.
Look at coffee.
Somebody sent us coffee,
cutest.
which is amazing.
Oh, they're Mutiny.
I think it's like their brand, a custom blend. Holy shit. Okay, it's from Mutiny Roasters in Denver, Colorado. They have a website, mutinyroasters.com.
Oh my God.
I can't stop smelling it. Coffee is my favorite thing to smell.
I know, but hold on, there's more. Stop it right now, Spencer. Don't look.
Oh my God, what? What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Obituary
pins?
Oh my God, I'm putting it on.
I am putting that on too. Are you kidding me? How fucking cute.
I want to open
What are these roses?
Peculiar Petals from an Antique Ephemera.
Wait, there's roses made out of paper. This one that I picked up is, The Thinks You Can Think by Dr. Seuss. It's made out of the papers. Look at.
These are so cute. And mine is the Artunian Concerto from Roger Voisin, 1967. This is so fucking cool.
This is going to make
What
me
is this,
cry.
a gift box?
I know. What the hell?
Oh my God, there's more?
Oh my God. Okay.
Finally we have a note. My God. Oh my God, what is all of
Mutiny
this?
Information Cafe, guys.
Stickers and pins.
Oh
Okay,
my
wait.
God,
It says,
how cute.
It says, Dear Spencer and Madison, thank you for your amazing show. I look forward to it every week. I found this book in the kids section at a used bookstore, and I thought you had to have it. I made you some buttons and included some swag from our little bookstore in Denver.
Oh.
Also, thanks for sharing your sobriety story, Spencer. I'm a sober bartender for 10 years now. Hell yeah. And it's nice hearing others that choose to live a clean life. Here's some coffee that we roast in our Trinidad location. You're welcome to share any and all of this if you wish, or none of it. Love you both, Jessica and Denver. P.S. The roses are just extra. I make them out of lots of different ephemera.
This is the nicest.
This is the nicest. Okay,
shit.
Look
What
at
is
this
this
book.
What's it called?
First of all, we already shared all of it. Jessica, too late. So cool. It's called The Encyclopedia of the End. Mysterious Death, in Fact, Fancy, Folklore, and more.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there was a tooth right there. Plastination. We all fall. Oh my God, this is
Oh my God.
sick.
This is sick.
This is like the stuff we talk about.
Holy shit. And it's a kid's book?
Apparently, yeah.
I
It's like talking
love
about
that.
euthanasia and stuff in here.
Perfect. Kids need to know.
Perfect for our future children.
Yeah.
Jessica, thank you so much. This
made my night.
This is so cool. The flowers are so cool. Your Instagram is at Jessica Halpine or Halpine. Jessica Halpine. So we'll make sure to tag you. We'll post a picture of all this stuff. It's fucking cool. Congratulations on your sobriety. Keep coming back to this show, baby. And
You are amazing.
all of you keep coming back. If you have stuff you want to send to our P.O. Box, you can send it to Spencer Henry and Madison Reyes, P.O. Box 18149, Long Beach, California, 90807.
We got a TikTok now, guys, at Obituary Podcast, and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Obituary Pod. Write to us at obitpod@gmail.com, and just thank you for being wonderful. Goodbye.
Oh. You guys are the best. We'll see you next time for some more coffin spinners
Obituaries
and dumb
as
criminals.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.